Shall we start the session or we want to wait somebody's want to be joined? Good evening, Sumi. Charan, good evening.
Good evening,
Shall we start the session or somebody's want to be joined? We can wait or what? Shall we wait or we can start?
we will wait because of four participants are there.
Okay.
Ma'am, are you in Chennai, ma'am?
Yes, Charan. Why? The slides shows anything from Chennai background?
No, no, ma'am, because I'm in Chennai, that's only I have been.
Okay, good. Normally, how many students are joining usually?
Actually, 30 or 35 members, ma'am. 25 to 30, ma'am.
Okay, today anything special? Why the students are joined very late? Any special?
Very long.
Sorry, Charan, your voice is not get it.
We'll take long break.
Oh, recently you have completed your examination or what?
Before,
Charan, your voice is not audible.
not completed, ma'am. Very good, ma'am. After 3 weeks,
Okay. Yes, yes, I am also not having last 2 to 3 weeks in the classes. It's okay. And just to slowly start our classes, we'll see. Your classmate maybe join now. Yes, because remaining 5 students don't want to or miss your classes. Okay, we can start it. Okay. Sorry, what's happened? Yes. Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to talk about gender role and societal expectations. So, what are gender roles, simply put, these are the behaviors or tasks and responsibilities that society expect people to follow just because they are male or female. So think of it like an invisible script written by society. This is how the boys should behave. This is how the girls should behave. It is an invisible script, right? So these roles are biological, they are learned from childhood, reinforced by families, schools, peers, even media and culture. So over time, they feel natural even though they are created and maintained by society. Why this topic is matter? Because we care about gender roles and societal expectations because they influence almost every part of our life. You know that the career choices, many students must avoid a subject, course, or career path simply because it is labeled as these are boys, these for girls. So, another one is emotional expressions also. Boys are often told to hide, that it's emotional emotions, and girls may be discouraged from, that assertive. So this affect mental health, even confidence and self expressions. Next, the opportunities in lives. Stereotypes limit the people choices and prevent them from realizing their full potentials. So the real life connections, consider this: a boy loves cooking and dreaming of becoming a chef, but his family says cooking is for girls. Why you are choosing that careers? Because in future the bridal is very difficult to get it, right? So this is the voice to hearing normal Indian families. So the focus on your studies and get a high paying office job instead. So the girls loves football and wants to join a team, but adult says girls should not play rough games. Yes, so these are the small example daily life, but they show how societal expectations can quickly push us into the boxes that don't reflect our true abilities or patience. As a student of arts, you are in the unique position. You know that arts education teaches to observe, analysis, and questions norms to compare the engineering backgrounds or some science backgrounds. So you are trained to think critically about what society label as. Yes, it is normal or acceptable. So today's session is not just about understanding the gender roles. It is about seeing how these roles are constructed, noticing their impact, and exploring ways to challenge them in their own lives. Today's sessions we will cover under what gender role and societal expectations are. Look at how these roles have been shaped historically as well as culturally. Then, how the stereotypes, their consequence, and how media is reframing. So, some few real life examples also. I just to plan to take care of these sessions. So, the gender roles and societal expectations are not fixed; they are created by society. And if they are created, we can also change them. So the goal today session is to help you see beyond label, understand the impact of expectations, and empower you to make choices based on your talent and patience, not just the society expect. What are gender roles? Actually, gender roles is nothing. The general roles are the behavior, task, responsibilities that society expect people to follow just because of male or female. Society means we are the society. Our grandparents, our parents, our relatives, our colleagues, our friends or society, right? So, how the society expect the people? Yes, what the male want to do, what the female want to do. What is the do's and don'ts of male and female? Such a thing is we are describing their gender roles. It's like society saying this is what boys should do, right? This is what girls should do. Example, our from childhoods, we are often guided by these roles. For instance, boys are encouraged to play crickets, even football and other physical games. But while girls are often encouraged to play with dolls, even kitchen set or do indoor creative activity. So why it's matter? Even the small games also matter here because these roles shape how children think about themselves and what they can or cannot do. So these can limit opportunities and reinforce stereotype. The point, just to see that the boys, the slide, boys playing cricket, right? But the boys are often encouraged to play outdoor and competitive games. Even at school, boys teams get more attention and boys are prized for being strong and fast. Example, if you take one boy, Rahul, yes, loved playing cricket in his neighborhood. Every weekend, his father or uncle, yes, would take him to the ground. Yes, cheering him for hitting a six, right? But when his sister asked to join, they said, no, 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 the girls don't play crickets. It is rough games. So this taught both children that cricket is for boys, the dolls are indoor games for girls. Girls playing with dolls, that what happens, the girls are encouraged to do, it's nurturing or creative activities like playing house, yes, carrying for dolls or painting. So this prepare them socially for carrying roles. So automatically the societies are pushing them for nurturing or creating their household activities like cooking, cleaning, and motherhood. Here also you take one example. One girl, Mira, loved her tall house or kitchen set. She spent hours for cooking, right? So whenever her brother played cricket outside, the adult would say, let him play, you can help in the kitchen. So this reinforced that caring and home activity where girls work. So indoor or cooperative games, girls are often encouraged, right? But in the cooperation, less physical contact, like that the skipping rope, yes, these much of games only thus encourage the girls, but the boys are encouraged to compete and aggressive in games. So these are the difference. Yes, these are the way the societal expectation from boys and girls. When we talk about their societal expectations, we are referring to the invisible rules, the traditions and norms that guide how people are supposed to behave in a community. These expectations are not written in law, but they are powerful because they are enforced by family, culture, religion, media, and even peer pressure. For example, in many traditional societies, there is a strong belief that women should cook and take care of their home, while men should earn money and provide for the family. These roles are not biological truth but cultural constructs, meaning they are created and maintained by society. Now, let me share the story mentioned on the slide. A young boy, that had the passion for cooking. He wanted to become a chef. But when he shared his dream with his family, he faced sharp criticism. His relative told him that cooking is for women and that as a man he should aim to get high paying office job instead. This showing how the societal expectation can limit our personal dreams and push individual into the boxes that don't truth fit them. This story is not just about the gender roles. It is about how the society can suppress individually. The boys was not judged based on his talent, creativity, or ambitions, but on whether his choice aligned with the traditional script of, yes, cultural intentions. Not only the girls affected, even the boys also to like some professions means he denied. Yes, the society it's denied his dream because to heated many criticisms. As a students of arts, you are the unique positions to analyze the questions and critique these expectations. I mean, they criticize these much of expectations. Arts education encourages to see that what society consider normal as well as just constructed over time. And if it is constructed, it can also be challenged and changed. When we talk about these societal expectations, we must ask some questions ourselves: who benefit from these norms? Who gets restricted by them? And how can we as individual and as a community create more inclusive expectation that allow people to pursue their passions without fear, fear or judgments? When we look at societal expectation historically, we can see how gender roles have been shaped across times and culture. In traditional India, men were often expected to be warriors, rulers or providers. Women, on the other hand, were usually confined to the domestic shop as homemakers or caretakers. The ancient text, that even societal customs reinforce the idea that a good woman was obedient. Yes, it's nurturing and family centered, while good man was brave, strong, and financially capable. So, this divisions of rule was not simply about the personal choice. It was deeply connected to, that it's a patriarchal systems where the power and decision making were mostly the man hands. So our centuries, these expectations become so normalized that it felt natural even though it was societally constructed. If you look at in global wise, that the Victorian England, we see the similar pattern. The 80s, yes, that 19th century, like that, the phrase women belong in the home, the men belong in the office. So it's captured the dominant mindset. The women were expected to embody purity, that often referred to as the angel in the house. So it is ideal. Yes, so meanwhile, men were expected to be breadwinners, active in politics, business, and public life. What important to notice is that these roles were reinforced not just by families but also by literature, religion, art, and law. So, for example, in Victorian England, women had very limited property rights and little access to education or work. Similarly, in traditional India also, the women were often denied to access to formal education and leadership role. So now why it's relevant for us today? Because the history shows us that what we see as normal, the gender roles are actually it's a product specific culture and historical context. These expectations were, that it's created to maintain social order, but they also restricted freedom and opportunity. So as a art students, you should reflect how were these roles justified in the historical times. How did art, literature, and religions reinforce them? And most importantly, how do we see their even today? For instance, when we still hear men should not cry or women should focus on family first. So, your experience the modern shadows of these old historical roles. I hope that you got it. Yes, where the behaviors is nurturing us today. When we look at the present day, yes, now we can clearly see that the gender roles are shifting, right? So the society is no longer rigidly holding out, that the belief that men must provide and women must stay at home. That on one hand, we see women leaders across industries and politics. For example, that the Kiran Majumdar, it's a founder of Biocon. It's broke barriers in the male dominant, the paramedical industries. So to become one of the India most successful entrepreneur, she is living proof that leadership, innovations, and business acumen are not tied to gender. Lot of women leaders are there at present. On the other hand, we also see the men stepping into the roles that were once labeled feminism, right? So the many men should choose to stay at home dads. Yes, previously home mothers, we know that. Nowadays it's many families, it's we can see that in metropolitan cities and cosmopolitan cities for staying home daddy. Yes, it's managing household responsibilities while their partners pursue career. In popular culture, the comedians and artists like that uh, some of the films only we can see previously, but nowadays the real life we can see. So he openly speak about men being is vulnerable, emotional, and different from the macho. So the imagine that society often forces on them. So the important point here, gender role are not fixed. They evolve. So they reflect the values, needs of society to given time. Today, as education, globalization, and awareness spread, the people are beginning to question why the opportunities or responsibilities should be limited by gender at all. Stereotypes and their impact. That first we want to be understand what is stereotype. A stereotype is a fixed idea that people in society believe about the group of people. It is often too simple, generalized, and not always true. Not always true. Please highlight not always true. Example of common stereotypes. Men should not cry. Yes, because it's not good for family. So girls cry, it's good for family or what? That is stereotype. Yes, that our forefathers, yes, especially our grandma, yes, just to be noted. No, no, men don't should cry. It is not good for family. That is stereotype. Okay, that women are bad at math. Yes, this assumes that women cannot do well in technical subjects. But we know many women scientists, engineers, and mathematicians who prove this wrong, right? So, why are stereotype harmful? Yes, because the mental health issues. When men are told not to cry, these may suppress feelings leading to stress, anxiety, or depression. So, the career limitations. If women are told they are not good at maths, so some may lose confidence and avoid careers in science or engineering, even though they are capable. So, stereotypes don't reflect truth about individuals. They but people into boxes and stop them exploring their real potentials. The general roles in media. You know that the media also has a strong influence on how we see the gender roles. Movies, TV shows, and advertisement often repeat the same pattern and how the men and women are shown. In Bollywood movies, women are often shown as homemakers, mothers, and romantic partners waiting for the hero. Excuse me, Sahana. Please, can you mute? Can you mute you? Yes, thank you. Yes, so the women are often shown as homemakers, right? The mothers even know that it's a romantic partners. So men are usually shown as heroes, that the main decision makers. So this send a message to the public: the men are powerful, the women are dependent. So the media also one of the influence strongly to create the stereotypes in their society. Next one is in advertisements. You know that cleaning product, cooking oils, or detergent usually shown the women as the one responsible for cleaning and cooking. The car or bike advertisement, especially financial product advertisements, are shown with the men, suggesting men's or adventures strong and handle the money. Likewise, these repeated images teach the society what men should do and what women should do, right? So for example, surf excel. Yes, even the aerial advertisement also, the ad often shows the mothers doing laundry for their children's. You know that it's portraying cleaning as a woman's duty. In the that the Dettol, the Lysol ad also often shows the mothers cleaning and protecting the family health. In car advertisement, you take that Mahindra Thar. Yes, I hope that all the peoples are just see that advertising. Yeah, advertisement, right? It's a Mahindra Thar. The ad emphasis the the adventure and power, often with male, that protagonist. So these much of thing, that ad Audi or BMW also, the prime car ad also often, that successful men as owners. Yes, the linking car to status as these much of things also, it's influencing their stereotypes. So these add see stereotypes by showing men's adventure, power, and successful handling their financial matters. Women's home, cleaning, that carrying people. So this is the problem for here. The media also just to be supported for stereotypes. So why the problem is happen? Because it limits imaginations and choices for both men and women. Girls may think their main role is inside the house. The boys may feel pressured to always be strong or earn money. Then, real life stories. Stereotypes are powerful, but many people break them in real life. Their stories inspire us to think differently. Example, female pilot. In many families, girls are told flying planes is not for women. But today, India has one of the highest number of female pilots in the world. You know that in India is the world highest female pilot is there. So these women faced oppositions, questions about safety, and doubt about their ability. But they proved themselves and are now flying passengers, jets, and even fighter planes. This shows the determinations and talent matter more than gender, right? Next example, male nurses. Society often says men do not do care work because carrying is seen as feminine, female work. But many men are working as nurse, caregivers, and social workers. They bring patience, skills, and empathy. It's proving that care work is not about the gender but about quality of person. So here I'm just highlighting the key points. These real life stories remind us that stereotypes are not the truth. People succeed when they follow their patients, not society labels. How to challenge societal expectations? We have seen how stereotypes and gender roles shaping our thinking. The good news is we can change them. Even small actions can create the big change, right? So, encourage self expressions beyond gender. Allow boys and girls to freely express emotions, talent, and interest. Example, it's okay for a boy to cry when he's sad. It's okay for the girls to say she wants to lead. We should stop saying this is not for you because you are not boy or girl. Second, share household and work responsibilities. At home, cooking, cleaning, and earning should not be divided by gender. Men can cook and clean, women can work outside and earn. Share responsibilities build equality and respect in families. Then education and career opportunities. Girls should be encouraged to study STEM subject also. You know that STEM, STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, STEM. The STEM subject, you know that the girl should be encouraged to study if she want, if she interested. Boys should be free to choose arts, teaching, or nursing if he want, right? So the field that are usually labeled as female, or if taking one family for boy and girl, always the parents support to boys to or forcefully to go and take that STEM subject. If girls means They are forcefully just to advise them to take the arts courses. These deviations we want to be break. Yes, so the talent has no gender. So education should break barriers, not create them. So the challenging stereotype is not only about big societal reforms. It starts with daily choices at home, in college, in friendship, and in workplaces. So today's sections, the takeaway and reflection. As we come to the end, let's look at the key learning from today's session. The gender roles are societally constructed, right? Many peoples are telling like that, no, no, not nowadays. Not like that. Even many tier 1 cities also, yes, it's happening. Still 70 percentage is happening even tier 1 cities also. The 30 percentage may be the changes is we can see. You know that still its male domination is there. Please, I'm not to be highlighted here, but you know very well about, you just to think about your home, your near homes, your friends home, relatives homes. Still, if you take the 10 examples homes, you know that the 10 families, definitely the 9 families still following their stereotypes. Maybe the children's educational stereotypes may be changed, but the still, yes, the handling their procedures, everything still it's live, right? So the gender roles are socially constructed. This means society create these rules. Yes, not in nature. Example, the society decide that women should cook. Yes, maybe the man is helping them. That's it. Help her. That's it. So the men should earn, but these are not biological truth. They are earned behavior, learned behavior, right? So second one is societal expectation can limit potential. When people are forced into the fixed roles, they may not explore their true interest and talent. A girl who is told don't choose engineering might miss her dream career. So a boy who is told don't show emotions may struggle with stress and mental health. So everyone can challenge stereotypes. Change start small with daily actions. Sharing responsibilities at home, supporting friends in non-traditional choices, and speaking up when you see stereotypes, these are all powerful steps. Equality is not someone else's job. It is something we can all build together. When we break stereotypes, we don't just for free ourselves. We help society growth more equal and inclusive. You are referring to, you know that still it's happening. Yes, for example, I'm just giving myself as a example here. I just to be walking one city. Yes, my husband was transferred before 2 to 3 years back. Yes, in Pune city. My city is away from 1500 kilometer in Pune. But immediately my parents, my in-laws forced me to resign that job to go for Pune. Yes, then I just came Pune. Then I just joined here one college. Yes, now I'm just to be leading one leadership role as a director role. It's a very biggest, I mean the familiar B school. Here, again, my husband is transferred from another one city. Now, my parents as well as my in-laws again forced me to shift this city to that city. My concern is I'm working here. So why my husband again not applying the transfer from that same city? So still, yes, even I'm not the rural background. Yes, even childhood onwards, I'm just to be grown up in that tier 1 city. Second one is my parents, my in-laws are not the illiterate. It's a well educated people. But still I'm facing such a problem. I am one of the example to saying here. But you are saying like that nowadays, yes, a lot of challenges is happening. Yes, no one restricted for their studies of their children's. No one even the male also just to be shared all the yes, work burdens, everything from that family. Okay, I accepted, but exceptional 1 or 2 percentages exceptional cases for this, but remaining still 80 percentage of things, it's not changes happening. Yes, still alive, still facing lot of problem in the gender. Yes, because the societal expectation, the stereotypes is alive. Yes. Okay, students, any questions? Still, please, if you go for debate for 10 minutes, it's we get it lot of things also. What's your opinion? What about your regions, and what is your family? No one, your grandparents, everybody is not forces for following their stereotypes. Please, at least 1 or 2 students unmute and share your opinions. Sumi, Roy, any one of them. No, it's okay. I'm just giving one more example. Yes, nowadays you know that very it's a live example only. You know that coffee day. How many students are here that name Coffee Day? It's a very famous brand, right? Did you aware Coffee Day? No?
Yes, ma'am.
Any
Yes,
other?
ma'am.
Yes. What happened in the year of 2019? In 2019, Cafe Coffee Day, right? CCD. It's a famous, it's a chain coffee shop, right? The owner is VJ Siddhartha. You know that he was died. After his died, his wife Malavika took charges of the company during very challenge phases. Why Siddhartha was expired na? He committed suicide because the business is loss. So he committed suicide. That time 7,000 crores. Yes, debit is he can't manage. So he committed the suicide. After that, I'm just to giving their entire background. Siddhartha built CCD, the Cafe Coffee Day, into the India's largest coffee chain. His unexpected, yes, death. Unexpected means he committed suicide because he can't able to manage the 7 crore debit. So the debit burden, the shaken investor confidence, so automatically he just to push it their pressures. So after that, the Malavika, yes, after his husband death, despite being away from the public spotlight earlier, the Malavika, it stopped the CEO. Yes, the stepped into the CEO 2020 after 1 year. She just came, yes, to enter the business. She assured the employees and investors she would protect the Siddhartha husband visions. What the Malavika normally did, yes, after before 5 years, yes, his husband is expired 2019. After 1 year, she came, entered the business field. Yes, that time the 7,000 lakh, 7,000 crore debit. That time she decided we want to reduce the debit. She just to before that she's on she was in housewife only. She don't have any business knowledge everything, but she's a engineering graduate. She more than 10 years she is in the leading the house. That's it. She won't enter the business. She don't have any business experience also. After his husband death, yes, she entered the field of business. She took one strategy, debit reduction strategy. What debit reduction strategy she just to be took na? She sold non-crore assets like some of the lands, yes, some of the fixed assets is ideal assets is there. All those assets she sold. Yes, to generate the cash immediately try to uh, reduce the debit. Then that shut down unprofitable outlets. Yes, 350, 370 outlets just to be reviewed which one is unprofitable, immediately to close the outlets, then to get the advance amount refundable everything again to settle that debit reductions. So these much of thing. Another thing is that the transparent discussion with bank and creditors. Yes, so automatically these much of strategy she reduced within 6 months. The debit reduction is reduced 7,000 crores to 4,000 crores. So automatically the bankers and investors are, yes, just to believe the Malavika. Yes, then now that again the coffee day go for profitable. So within 4 to 5 years, she settled all the debit. At present, still she leading their good brand of coffee day. So that the women's having powerful, yes, the women's also it's a capable, women's also it's deserved, but the society want to be accept. That is the thing. Yes, the you just to think that Siddhartha is it's a born itself. She's a entrepreneur, born entrepreneur. Their parents also having, the parents also teaches that Siddhartha for the entire business strategy everything, but he is not capable to leading, he is not capable to managing their, yes, unexpected situations. But she's only a homemaker. She having their, yes, idea. She having how to manage these struggle situation. She believes herself. Finally, she achieved. So why I'm saying here, lot of live example is there nowadays. Yes, the gender role is the society people want to be changed their vision. That's it. I hope that you are the educated students, you just to be start initiate that break the stereotypes about gender. The talent, it's not in the gender. The talent is everything in our hands. Yes, if any questions, at least these much of stories you knows na the real world. For example, your family also having such a personality, you can share it. Another thing is, that discussion part only creating they are more confident to the students. Please understand that. Yes, do you have any opportunity to share the open forum just to be utilized? Because the speaking skills, presentation skills come through this way only. Okay. So, okay, you don't have any questions, please leave it. I hope that today's section is a little bit helpful for you for understanding, more understanding about the gender, right? Thank you. You don't have any questions, please leave the sessions.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please welcome. Any questions? Thank you.
You.
Karo.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Everybody start chatting in the thank you. At least unmute to say na. Yes.
Thank you,
Even
ma'am. Thank you.
feel like that many people having their questions, but I feel like that you are little bit scared to ask, right? It's okay. Thank you.